There we go. Yeah, and now that it's live, by the way, hey everybody, this is Bradley Benner with Semantic Mastery and SERP Space, and Marco Benavides. He's on with me as well. What's up, Marco?
Hey, what's up, man? Looking forward to this.
We kind of just jumped right in, but the Webinar Jam app doesn't show who's registered or like how many people registered until I guess it goes live. It was weird, but like as soon as it went live, like the stats updated. So, anyways, some behind the scenes stuff, guys. This is going to be a really short webinar. I mean, we'll stick around and answer questions, but this is just how to get your properties found and indexed by Google. It's kind of a new service that we're rolling out in SERP Space now that is pretty freaking cool for indexing services. And so that's all it is. It's very, very simple. There's not a whole lot to go through, guys. Most of you are already aware of the importance of indexing. So again, this should be a very, very short presentation, and we can get into lots of questions. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and post them. We got people making smart ass comments already. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. We love them. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the screen, and we're going to get right into it. No sense in wasting time.
Why don't you drop the URL in the chat for people who want to ask questions?
Yep. So Marco, you're going to be replying via chat.
Yeah.
Questions.
I mean, do we want it in the Webinar Jam chat, or is there did you set up something in Google
this
Plus?
is fine. Webinar Jam's fine.
All right, that's fine. So we'll
go
through.
Let's get to it. The indexer. How to get 60% indexing rates every single time. All right. And so what we're going to cover very quickly, this should be very simple. Why should your backlinks be indexed? Who should use an indexing service? How to order backlink indexing, and what to do next. All right. So obviously, it's important to get your backlinks indexed because they are given more weight typically if they're indexed. Now we've been able to receive SEO benefit from some links that aren't indexed, but not necessarily spam links. They're generally links that may have carried some more link authority or equity at some point before not being indexed. We've actually done some testing, guys, with and Hernan, he's not here today, but Hernan's done some testing with like PBNs that were set to no index intentionally, not de-indexed, but were set to no index, and still been able to get some results. But for spam links, they typically don't help at all unless they get picked up and indexed and at least counted by Google. Doesn't mean they have to remain indexed, but getting them indexed at least once to where they're recognized and counted by Google is important. All right, so we do recommend doing that. Index links they carry more power than the non-indexed ones. You get more bang for your buck. In other words, you get more results from your resources, credit, and money. So if you're spending money on backlink tools, for example, to create spam links to power up for citations and syndication network properties and press releases and all the stuff that you typically would do with the spam tool, or if you're buying spam link packages from either us at SerpSpace or from other providers, one of the most important things to do is once you get your link report back is to submit them to an indexing service, or if you're running your own tools, to extract or run a link report and then submit those to indexers. And I know a lot of the tools have like auto indexing or APIs and stuff that you can connect with. And those are, fairly good. It's the same ones that everyone else are using, right? So you get some decent results from that. But, if you can get better results by getting more of your spam links counted, then you're actually saving money, correct? I mean, think about it. You get more bang for your buck, all right? So when you're powering up syndication networks with spam tools, you simply must use an indexer. Or when you're powering up anything with spam tools, really, you should be using an indexer. And natural indexing rates, guys, for spam links is usually at or below 10%. Okay? It's at or below 10%. And I know I actually was trying to get ready for this webinar. I was looking at some indexing case studies, like indexer case studies. Some of them are pretty dated, though. But from what I was able to gather, most indexing services range somewhere between the 30 to 50% range of indexing. Okay. And that's like for decent indexing services. So I guess your average would probably be around 40%. All right. And again, those are kind of dated. I don't know of any really recent indexing service case studies, but the ones that I looked through a few of them, and that's what it looks like. About the average is 30 to 50%. So who should use an indexing service? Well, syndication network owners or managers that want to power them up. So whether they're your own networks for your own properties, or if you're managing networks for others like clients, for example, if you want to power up those networks, obviously indexing your links. And something else would be like indexing the post URLs and such from the actual Web 2 networks, right? So that would be something else that you could be submitting to an indexer to help to get those Web 2 post URLs indexed. That's a question that we often get in Semantic Mastery for Hump Day Hangouts is, what about the Web 2 post URLs from our syndicated content to our networks? Should we worry about indexing those? Yeah, if you can. And we are probably going to be working on automating a way to extract all those post URLs within SerpSpace and automatically submit them to the indexer. It's not available yet, but we're hoping that we can make that happen soon. So, but yeah, those are definitely good links to be indexing, right? And so that's one thing. Also, if you're building links to your syndication networks, which we recommend doing, powering them up, then obviously those links that were built will need to be indexed, or at least submitted for indexing. So video marketers that want to push authority and juice into their channels and playlists, we all know that still works and still helps a lot to rank videos and to kind of push authority into an overall channel, right, is to build links. SEOs that want their backlinks to be counted, and websites that need a push, position 9 through 6. So this is just a little strategy that works well, but identify your top links to your main site, to your money site. Use whatever backlink analysis tool you're using, Majestic, Ahrefs, whatever, and do a backlink, download your backlinks and then sort, filter, and figure out what your best backlinks are, the most powerful ones, and then build links to those backlinks and then index those links as well, right? That's a quick way to get a boost, guys. And that counts for, top links to your website. If you're doing local, it can be citations. They can be press releases. They, whether you're doing local or not, they could be press releases. They could be just backlinks, guest posts, anything at all that you have that's already linking to your money site that's considered a powerful link, and you should be able to determine that. Then you build links to those and kind of boost those and give your site a nice little push, right? Okay, and that was pretty much it. Very simple. In order to order the backlink indexing, and we're probably should have pushed this more throughout this presentation, we're guaranteeing a 60% indexing rate. And you can find out more about it, guys. Just go to serpspace.com and click on the Tools tab. Choose the indexer. And it's very simple. I'm going to open up SerpSpace here in just a moment and show it to you. But, there's really nothing to it, guys. It's really simple. So just paste URLs in to index. There's a text field where you can just paste them directly in, or you can upload a text file. And then you obviously want to just upload URLs only. And then you want to select drip feed if desired. And then there's in order to subscribe to the indexing service, the minimum level is 5,000 links per month at $19. However, just one moment, we'll get there in a second. We have an indexing webinar 20 special coupon here for 20% off. That you add this coupon, indexing webinar 20, and Marco, if you can post that in the Slack chat. I'll post it back in there in a minute once we get back go to the end of the slides again. But indexing webinar 20, if you add that in as the coupon code, guys, at the end at checkout, if you decide to subscribe to the indexing service, you'll get 20% off. All right. So let's take a look at this real quick. SerpSpace tools. Okay, here we are inside of SerpSpace. You just want to go to the Tools tab up here. So again, serpspace.com/tools, and right here is the indexer. Click on that, and you're going to see right here that this is what it talks about. It says, 60% link index rate guarantee. All right, you can read about it. Very simple. Double link submission. Go ahead.
Can I stop you? Because sure. we are guaranteeing 60% indexing rate.
That's right.
We're so sure about it. This has been tested over and over. It's not over the past 6 months, 12 months, whatever. This has been tested for a long time, and this is what we can guarantee. Some people will see a little more, but 60% plus is where we usually are. And what I was talking to you about earlier is that you don't really want more than that. You don't want to be around 90% of all of your links all over the internet index, because that's not natural. That's not a natural indexing rate. It's like a neon sign saying to Google, come get me, come devalue my links because I'm pushing garbage on the web. So you want to dial it back. We could have pushed higher, we could have pushed for more, but we kind of found that the balance that works best. And this has been done through testing. This is Dedia all the way, and with years and years and years of playing with different indexers and different percentages and different things. And this is the one. This is like the sweet spot where you want to be. You want to be around that area. So we're so sure of this that we're guaranteeing 60% indexing.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. I mean, there's several different levels of packages. The 20% coupon is good for any level. If we go into the actual dashboard, we should be able to see what it looks like for indexing. So this is what the indexer itself looks like inside once you've subscribed or whatever. All you got to do is paste your URLs in here, guys, or you can click on upload a file and then click browse and navigate to where your files are. Okay, and then click for the drip feed schedule. You can add days, this way or whatever. Click post to the indexer. That's it, and it will show you your status down here. So it's very, very simple. All right. All right. So one more thing. Oops, that's probably the wrong presentation. Let me find the right one. There we go. Okay. So what to do next? Submit all backlink reports that you already have. So for example, if you've been running spam tools on your own and you've probably been extracting links and had text files already with your backlinks and it already saved somewhere, well, go resubmit all those. You can do that. You can submit all those URLs. If you've been buying link packages from service providers, you've probably been provided with reports that you have saved somewhere. Submit those. Okay, so go ahead and resubmit everything that you already have. Order link packages to power up tier 1 and tier 2 properties. Again, we sell link packages right here on SerpSpace that are designed specifically for that kind of stuff. So those are great to be used as well. Order an RYS stack and power it up with a link package as well. And also use the indexer for all RYS drive file URLs. So if you have purchased an RYS drive stack from us, grab all the URLs from the drive files and submit them to the indexer as well. And then you can build links to the drive files, right, to the stack, and then submit those links. Okay, all of these services are available in SerpSpace. All right, and so that's it, guys. Indexing a webinar 20. I will go ahead and grab that URL and drop it into chat. Let me go back to tools. And we'll answer some questions. Whoops, wrong one again. All right, let's see. I'm going to post this in here, guys, real quick. This is going to be, let me stop sharing my screen for me. Can you hear me again now?
Yep.
Okay. Was it indexing webinar 20, right? Okay, it should be there, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some questions. Looks like we have a few. Where should I start?
I think the most important one, which is, when is drip feed recommended?
It really depends. I mean, I usually will drip links out. It depends on how many it is. If it's thousands and thousands of links, I might drip it out over a couple weeks. But generally, I just select 7 days whenever I'm submitting links, unless it's a really, really big list. But what is your recommendation, Marco?
But it depends on the amount, because if you have a million links, you're not going to have 600,000 indexed in 3 days.
That's what I said. I usually do 7 days for batches of several hundred to a couple thousand links, but I'm not talking about industrial strength like what you are. Jesus.
Right. And then also, if you're doing like quality links, if you want like your tier 1 index, you would want to do those all at once. You wouldn't want to drip those, because those have enough power where they should be indexed and they should be appearing. And so you can go ahead and push a little harder with those, the further you go, the more that you want to drip, because those normally or naturally take longer to index than the really good links. Sometimes you can get a good link on Twitter index in a matter of seconds. So it just depends on what the type of link is and also the amount, right? So
I
that's
agree.
my answer would be that. Take a look at exactly what it is that you're trying to index, the power of the links, and then how many links are you trying to
Yep.
to index.
Okay, we got several unrelated questions in here, guys. Let's try to keep the
Yeah,
questions specific to what we're talking about here. Let's see. Do you
and of
have?
course, Wayne asked if mastermind members get an extra 30 with the 20, and
Nope.
no.
Nope. Sorry, guys. This is a SERP space, different business, different company, different partners. So unfortunately, we can't. We're
Now,
giving you 20%. So
Uwe
um,
said, Uwe wants to know if it works with links from Money Robot.
yes, we had to work with any backlinks, any tools whatsoever. Just extract your link report and submit. That's it. Very, very simple. Any tool, guys, that creates a backlink, any URL period can be submitted. Okay, any URL at all can be submitted. So all you have to do is extract your. Just only submit URLs. Don't submit HTML. Don't submit anchor text links. Don't none of that. Just submit the URLs. That's it. Okay. Do you have an
Right.
API to auto send URLs? That's a good question. I don't have the answer for that. Marco, do you know?
Roman is on the webinar, so he would be the best person to answer. I don't think there's an API right now, and
That's a
I
good
think that
question.
Roman asked a question back if JB has an API. I'm trying to see the conversation, and I saw Wayne pop
Oh,
in. I mean, not Wayne, but Roman. Sorry.
so Roman's like, do you have an API?
Right.
Okay, cool. All right, well, Roman, yeah, if somebody has a question specific like that, guys, like a technical type of question, just contact a support at SerpSpace, right? Just submit a support ticket. We'll make sure that the proper person, it gets routed to the proper person so you can get the correct answer. Okay. Sorry, I don't know that off the top of my head. Let's see. Please post the link here. I did already, guys. Let's see.
Someone is having trouble with the coupon.
Indexing webinar 20. All right. Well, if Roman's on, Roman, if there's an issue with the coupon, can you update that for us, please? Make sure that's working correctly. Or get somebody on your team to do it, please. Wayne.
Gordon's the one who said I'm getting an invalid coupon message.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll get it squared away, guys. Just stand by.
And then we have a question from Brian. What happens if you index 90% of the links? Hopefully nothing, but most likely they'll get devalued.
Yeah.
Because 90% is not natural. It's unnatural as fuck.
Let's see. Anyone have coupon, guys? Yeah, stand by. I think Roman's on, so this is he should be able to get it squared away, guys. I'm not sure why there's an issue.
He says he did. He says it's fixed now.
It's fixed now. Try it again, guys. All right, let's see. Do unused credits roll over? I don't. That's a good question. Do they? I think they do. I think we said we were going to, but I'm not 100% sure. So, Roman, if you're on, if you can clarify that for me. Would have been nice to just had him on the webinar with us, for God's sake.
Yeah. No.
Roman,
There's
you
the
want to come
answer.
on, man?
No, there's the answer. They do roll over.
That's awesome. They do.
Now, let me add the importance of these indexed backlinks. So let's say that you order a link building gig from us, right, to your tier 1 properties, to your syndication network, and then you get a 60% indexing rate. What you do then is you can build links to that 60% that's indexed, carry it out a tier further, and actually power up those links that you already have with more links to give them more power. And so the importance of having them indexed is actually that Google is looking at them. You could even send maybe a crowd search, a couple of people just crawling the network, just going through a website, watching a video, reading, just whatever. and that makes everything that much more powerful because someone's actually in there and interacting with the link, which everyone knows now if they've been listening to us, that activity on the link is one of the main signals whether a link is good or not. Now, you don't want to send thousands of people into your tier 2 links, right? Because that, again, that's unnatural as fuck, and that will actually devalue. What you want to do is push to get value, not quantity. I hope that made sense.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, if you don't have any other questions, we can wrap it up. No sense in taking time. Tim just posted another one. He says, how often can I index the same links? Once a week? Thanks. Well, Tim, if the links are indexed, there's no need to do it again, because I mean you've accomplished the goal. Now, unless you're actually tracking every link to see if it's indexed, which some people do, then all I would do is resubmit the ones that aren't indexed. I mean, you can resubmit them; it's not going to hurt, but I mean, you'd be using credits unnecessarily. Is my point. Okay. Gordon says coupon's still not valid after refreshing and reopening the page.
Did he clear cookies, cache, and all that good shit?
I don't know. Guys, if you're having any issues and you want to redeem that, I mean, like I said, we could make sure that you just contact support if that's needed. It should be working though, guys. By now, that's what the other guys are saying. So, but yeah, again, very simple, guys. The indexing service, the fact that Dedia agreed to guarantee 60% indexing rates, which is pretty much unheard of, is awesome. So that's why we rolled it out, because that's something that I think is unique, and it's a great service. He's getting amazing results with like total spam links. It's freaking crazy. So
we've got Googlebot reading porn all day long, porn links, and taking them as good links.
It's crazy.
Don't you love Google?
How can I test bulk if the links are really indexed? I don't. You'd have to find an application that does it. I usually don't worry about it because I'll just submit them. I just hand them to Dedia and he handles it for me anyways, which I know that they're like over 60% indexed, but there are indexing tools out there, bulk index checkers and stuff like that. Just do a Google search, Uwe. Cache has been purged. Coupon will work on reload. That's what he says.
There you go.
Hit us up on support if there's still an issue. Guys, if any of you are trying to subscribe or purchase a subscription and you're having issues with Coupon, just reach out to support. Tell them you're on the webinar and you'd like to apply the 20% discount, and they'll get you sorted. Okay? All right, guys, we are going to wrap it up. No sense in wasting time. Get back to work, everybody. Thanks, Marco, for being here. Roman and Tony, guys, thanks for being on, man. Next time, let me know. We'll bring you on the webinar, for goodness sake. Okay.
We have one last question from Uwe before we go.
Is there any recommendation for such a bulk index checker from anyone here? Anybody have a? I don't, because I never worry about it. But does anybody want to provide a bulk index checker that they recommend that's on the webinar? Just post it in chat. Is what I'm saying. Or Roman or Tony, if you guys have one in mind.
I guess we're gonna have to build that out.
Yeah, we might have to. Pretty sure Scrapebox does it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that does too. But yeah, I mean, maybe, who knows? That might be something that gets developed in the surf space as well. I'm not going to swear to it. Roman and Tony are both like, "Shut up, Brad." All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. We'll see you all later. Thanks, everybody.
All right.
Thanks, Marco.
Later, man.